everybody. It is Dawn, and I'm here with Hank and Chris for Adepticon Talks, and it's getting down to crunch time.
Definitely.
So we are here to show off some of the very cool things that they are bringing to the show this year that are going to be new, and I think each is equally awesome and really going to add something spectacular to the show. Want to tell us a little bit about what we're looking at?
Sure. So, for those that have attended Adepticon, you're used to kind of the high level of terrain that we've put out. One of the areas that we've really been focusing on is playing surfaces. And so, there's been a lot of great companies, Frontline, Game Mat EU, that are producing mats. We're going to be leveraging them to provide a number of mats at the show. And in addition to that, we've gone ahead and produced a couple of mat designs of our own, really to match in with our terrain and leverage across a number of our events. So we've done a grass mat, we've done a kind of a concrete city mat. Very pleased with how this has turned out, and these are printed at 300 DPI. It's the standard mass pat material that I'm sure a number of your viewers are familiar with. And then in addition to that, we've, one of the benefits of moving to a 160,000 square foot facility is we've gotten some room. And so instead of having playing surface to playing surface to playing surface, we've now, last year, were able to put about a 2-foot space between playing surfaces, and this year we're providing a nice sort of play mat surface between each mat where people can set their armies, and we're obviously have the Adepticon logo, and we're working with a number of our key sponsors to provide this. So really kind of upgrading the spit and polish of the show and presentation of the show, and should look fantastic in the hall. It's going to be kind of a 3-year project for us, but we have over 600 table surfaces at Adepticon, if you can believe that. So
it's a lot of tables.
So upgrading all of them in one go is definitely a challenge, but we're going to get a large chunk of it this year, and this has been a lot of hard work. I think the results are outstanding.
I think they look beautiful, and I think this is such a nice little add-on. This is going to just add that polish effect. When you're looking through the hall, it just really is going to look finished and pretty spectacular, honestly. Now, are these mats going to be anything that you're going to have available for purchase, or are these solely for convention use?
Well, we've ran a limited number, and we've accounted for what we need. There'll be a limited number of that, probably in the 50 mats or so range, that'll be available for sale. So if you're an Adepticon attendee, we're not going to run these mats again anytime soon. So if you want one, I'd be picking it up. They're going to retail out at about $80 at the show, which is a pretty competitive price mark for the mats, and they look great.
They're very nice. If you've not gotten a mat for yourself or gamed that way, it completely transforms your table. I mean, it can change the look of your game and make it look like something tournament-wise, or whatever. It's quite nice for home use, for sure. Now, these are amazing. What are we doing here?
So, again, for everyone that has been to Adepticon, we give away a lot of awards. Not only with Adepticon increasing in size, we give out probably close now to 500 awards this year. So one of the things that we wanted to do, because in the past we've traditionally given out multiple sizes of plaques, we've given out certs. There's been a wide discrepancy of kind of the plaque given out. We wanted to sort of standardize that, and this is really kind of a culmination of 3 years worth of work to kind of define our standard award.
I think these are beautiful, and there is something so satisfying about holding something like this in your hand too. Okay, because I'm not a tournament player usually, but this makes me want to play in a tournament. And plaques are awesome, but you always run into, where am I going to put this? How much room do you really have? I think this is really cool, and you could, if you really wanted to be fancy and you won something like this, you could put it in a little shadow box, display it up really nice. I mean, there's That's really cool. And I know we've talked about the challenge coin, and I know we actually talked about it on the Weekender this weekend, and the coins are awesome. Yeah. I know over in Ireland they're having coin envy. They're very impressed with those. So that'll be really fun too.
Yeah, I mean, similar finish to the medallions, the coins, and then ultimately the presentation of those medallions. We're going to have custom ribbon that's in the works. They're going to be in a clasp sort of case. We're working on some small display stands for them. So really going to take kind of the standard for awards, especially the standard for awards when you're giving out almost 500 of them.
Yeah.
To a new level.
Now, is this going to be, I see our different color variations, so first, second, third, is that traditional use that they're going to be for, or are they going to be for all different kinds of things?
It'll be all different kinds of things. You obviously we'll have a color designation for kind of your top awards, whether it's overall, best general, best painted, best sportsman, those sort of things. And then we'll have some secondary awards. Some of them might be, more of, just giveaway sort of items, best of show sort of stuff.
Great.
Just depends on what the final breakdown is.
Very cool. And now these are the production samples that we've gotten a look at today, but they are actually going to be engraving either on here or on an additional piece. So it really is going to be a nice personalized, piece of memorabilia from Adepticon. So I think that's really a nice addition from you guys. It's going to be very cool.
No, we're going to have a lot of staff that would they were playing so they could win one.
Right. You might need to make up like a staff category or something like that.
I'd have to get a staff one.
You could give them to one another. I know we were making jokes about Star Wars and wanting to, do we need to do the traditional Princess Leia, draping ceremony? There could be all kinds of ridiculous behind the scenes things with that, I think. Yeah. Well, thanks so much for the update. I think this is going to add just another level of really cool things for the show, bringing it up a notch. Every year keeps coming up. And I think people are going to be very impressed.